today I'm doing our post-conference with Miss Askew. Good morning, Miss Askew. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name is Taylor Askew, so I teach 5th grade. It is my very first year teaching, and yeah.
So tell me about your experience prior to my coming in with the conference for actually doing the demonstration lesson with the ADI.
Okay, so my experience before with ADI, I had little to no experience with it. I just knew that it was something that we were supposed to do, and that's pretty much it. I didn't have any experience with it at all. I've seen the packets, but to me, looking at the packet, it was just kind of a lot to figure out without having someone come in.
So prior to our meeting, and now that you've had our little demonstration, what's your comfort level now with ADIs?
So I would say my comfort level on a scale from 1 to 10, I would say it's probably about an 8 or a 9.
Okay.
Yes, and that's coming from probably like a 1 or a 2.
Okay.
So I feel a lot more confident about it.
So I will say this, in coming to your classrooms, I noticed that you do a lot of good questioning. I'm very excited to see that you are engaging your learners, even down to the rigor of the level of question that you're asking. You're not just asking open-ended questions, so that's awesome. One thing I wanted to ask is, during the demonstration, what was the one thing that you think that you took away from it?
One thing?
Or more than one.
I took away that it was more on the students than it was on me. It was something that you were there to facilitate, and that's all. It was more on them, letting them explore and letting them figure out how they were going to get the actual project done.
Okay. What was the most exciting part of the lesson that you saw?
The exciting part of the lesson was actually seeing the kids love it and being into it, and you can tell when those light bulbs went off and when they actually learned something, and that was a good part.
And I think that helps with your lesson this time with the plant cells and animal cells. They're like really excited about that.
Right, absolutely.
The one thing that I noticed on Friday was that they were asking questions about the rubric. They were excited about the rubric. Why did you do a rubric?
I did a rubric this time because I've done a project before, and I just felt like a rubric would help us so there are no misunderstandings. We're clear on the expectations, what I expect to see from you, and we know exactly what an excellent looks like. It's here, it's in words, you can touch it, it's in your hand. We went over it in class, and you know what an unsatisfactory looks like. So that we're clear on what I expect from you.
I think what I appreciate most about what you did with the rubric is that from the day one, since I first came in here to Friday, just the level of growth and maturity in your execution of your practice was awesome. So I really appreciate that. One other question I want to ask is, do you think that during the lesson that I gave that the students reached their intended learning goal?
Yes.
Explain.
They reached their intended learning goal because they got it. They got the material. I believe they actually learned the material, and they were able to actually do the ADI on their own, which I think that it's intended for them to do, to be able to go through it and figure that phenomenon on their own.
So do you think your pre and post scores, was there a great difference in the inherited traits and acquired traits pre and post score?
Yes.
So on average, what was a post score on average?
It was about an A or B average.
So in comparison, in the beginning, they started out with a really low score, just not performing well.
Yeah.
So now they're at a point where they're performing really well with that particular thing. All right, one other question is, tell me about your academic discussion. Did you see a lot of academic discussion when I did the post lesson?
Absolutely, using the language of the standard, and you made sure that every time they spoke about the ADI that they used the language of the standard. It was really important for them to use those words and actually know what they mean, because it translates when they go to different things, more other science things, and actually when they're taking a test. You can see that, and that they've been taught that, and they actually practice that.
So is there anything that you actually saw that I did that you will be doing in your next ADI next year? Because we're done for this year with them.
Right, absolutely. Like I said, being a facilitator, not taking over, letting them explore, making sure that I use the language of the standard and make sure they know exactly what that is. Also, I like that you had a PowerPoint to go along with it. That was really good. And it had some things that really caught their interest and really got them into the ADI. So
I think the reptile man was their
that was their favorite.
That was their favorite.
Yeah,
just
like,
having
oh my
them like,
goodness,
oh
what
my
is
god,
this?
that's crazy.
Yeah.
But just then taking that one slide and having the students go through the classroom and look at each other's hair and say, well, you weren't born with blonde hair. Your hair is two-tone, so that's an acquired trait for you at this time. So I just want to take time to commend you on your level of growth this year. I've seen great things happen for you, and I'm only looking for the best for you next year.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms.
I appreciate
Taylor.
it.